Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Poonam, and today I'll walk you through my approach of strategic leadership evaluation between two companies, Netflix and Blockbuster, and how my main aim was to critically examine how the leadership style has shaped the trajectory of both the companies during different time of disruption. So to begin with, I selected Netflix and Blockbuster because they offer a perfect real world contrast. One organization that embraced innovation and change, on the other hand, where they failed to adapt. So I wanted to understand what role of leadership truly played in these divergent outcomes. So I used the leadership integrative framework to understand leadership because it allows us to examine not just the leaders themselves, but how they interact with their teams to adapt the environmental changes. So the multidimensional view made it the ideal tool for my analysis. The report, in structuring my report, I have followed a clear and logical flow. I began with an execution summary and a brief introduction of the purpose of the study, and then I laid out the leadership framework I was using, followed by in depth analysis of Netflix and Blockbuster individually. I ended with a comparative evaluation and practical recommendations that other organizations can learn from. So, the integrative framework, I chose the integrative framework because it goes beyond traditional leadership theories. It looked at leaders characteristics, team processes, and contextual factors altogether. This holistic approach was important, especially when comparing leaders like Reed Hastings of Netflix, who demonstrated visionary and adaptive leadership, against John Ntiyoko of Blockbuster, who rigid the top down style failed to align with the emerging digital trends. So, my research combined both quantitative and qualitative sources. I used financial data and subscriber statistics from Statista, as well as academic case studies and books like No Rules, Rules by Reed Hastings. So, this evidence helped me to support my evaluation of leadership effectiveness with real world impact, such as Netflix growth in revenue and global reach versus Blockbuster's decline and bankruptcy. So now, in comparing the two, the Netflix and Blockbuster, I focused on core like the vision, the decision making, the adaptability, and the company's culture. So Netflix empowered team and embraced change. Blockbuster resisted innovation and maintained a rigid structure. So the key takeaway was that leadership, when aligned with evolving external environments and internal empowerment, becomes a decisive force in an organizational survival. So, this assessment significantly deepened my understanding of leadership. I now see leadership not just as a style or a position, but as an ongoing dynamic process that must evolve with its context. So, one of the main challenges that I encountered while applying the framework consistently, especially when evidence about Blockbuster's internal team dynamics was limited, to address this, I relied more on case analysis and cross referencing from credible sources. Another challenge that was staying objective, particularly when comparing a highly successful modern company with a failed one. So I made sure to ground my evaluations in research rather than assumptions. So to conclude this project, helped me to develop more nuanced and practical understanding of leadership. It taught me the successful leadership is less about control and more about alignment between vision, people, and market realities. So that's it. Thank you so much for your time. Have a good day.